Enjoy magic? Enjoy the Harry Potter series? Wish Potter actually hit the gym? Well, we have that combination here for you. Welcome to the 3-episode review. We have Mashle, magic, and muscles to look at today. If you are unaware, the 3-episode rule is when a viewer will decide whether to keep watching or drop a show after 3 episodes. Now, this isn't an ironclad rule and shouldn't always be followed, but it gives us a good basis for this review. Now, let's see how Mash and friends stack up 3 episodes in. We follow Mash, a humble muscle brain kid on his journey to become a divine visionary, a path he was forced on due to Officer Brad, when one day Mash went out on a leisure stroll through the town only to be gawked at by the citizens. Now, they aren't looking at Mash because he's handsome. No, it's because he is able to bend coins with his hands. Also, he doesn't have a mark in a world where anyone without one isn't allowed to live since they can't use magic. Yeah, maybe that's the important one here, as we later learn that the society has purged those that can't use magic. Thankfully for Mash, his adoptive father Regro knew this and trained Mash's muscles to their limit. His workout is insane. Just look how fast he is getting these reps in. It's this training that has set Mash apart, allowing him to combat Brad, the head officer. They came to arrest him after finding out he was markless. And once he defeats Brad, they decide to strike a deal. Go to magic school and become a divine visionary, the top of the top. Those that earn that title are thought to be ordained by a higher power and must be accepted by all, even if they are terrible people, saint, or magicless muscleheads like Mash. So off to magic school Mash goes, meeting with professors, friends, bullies, all alike. The animation storyline should be enough intrigue on their own, as we got our own animated Hogwarts minus the controversy.
Nice.
But the story isn't just comprised of its plot, so let's get to the characters. Our main character Mash is a kind soul, but unfortunately the only thing on his mind is cream puffs. He can't even open a door properly, not once but twice in 3 episodes, destroying his home in the process. But you can't stay mad at this face for long. Mash isn't a deep or complex character. He has 2 priorities: protecting his friends and family and finding cream puffs to eat. What makes Mash so endearing is that he is quick to help those in need. Let's take episode 2, where Lemon is tasked with making sure Mash doesn't pass the test, hindering him at every step, until she is confronted by the big bad Sphinx that looks to easily decimate her. Mash saves her, smashing the Sphinx's face and helping her out of the labyrinth. His reasoning? Because he thought he would regret it. Since he isn't the most intellectual character, he doesn't think hard about putting himself on the line. Threaten his adoptive father? Well, he's gonna send you straight to hell. That's exactly what he says to Brad after Brad tortured his father. Muscles and saving people isn't all he's about. He's also a talented chef. Although the only thing we have seen him make is cream puffs, but when that's all he wants to eat, is there really a need to make anything else? 3 episodes in, and we haven't seen a lot of the students we will be following through our journey. But that doesn't mean we don't have a plethora of characters to discuss. So let's quickly discuss some of the most prominent characters in the first 3 episodes. First has to be Mash's adoptive father, Regro. He is the driving force behind Mash's decision, as Brad threatens his peaceful life with Regro in order to compel him to become a divine visionary. We get a look into Regro's past, as he wasn't the most accomplished mage, so he was shunned by his family. Even his employers berated him, casually abusing him at work. Well, one night as Regro has had enough, there he finds the light of his life. His reasoning to continue living? Mash. Much like himself, Mash was unwanted, forming an instantaneous bond between these 2 outcasts, immediately hitting you in the heart. Regro deserved better and decided to give that to Mash. As we see, he even endures torture to protect Mash. He is also involved in some comedic bits, since he now teams up with Brad to oversee Mash on his journey throughout school. Up next, we have Headmaster Wahlberg, a key figure in keeping Mash in school. 3 episodes in, and Mash is already almost getting expelled due to slamming a bully and burying his vice principal. Actions worthy of expulsion, but hey, they deserved it. Wahlberg is so powerful, he is able to burn up an order of expulsion, showing us how much he really likes Mash. No favoritism here, of course. We can expect to see more of Wahlberg when things get dicey. There are a lot of other characters, such as the roommate Finn, Mash's self-proclaimed wife Lemon, some hating professors, and students to discover as well. The first 3 episodes are pretty straightforward. Mash is in a precarious situation with someone or someones that are against him, and he uses muscles to succeed. The first episode is Brad, who wants to arrest him and follows him to his home. One baseball pitch later, and it's over. The second episode, this up-and-coming professor dislikes Mash for pointing out the needless things the professor does just to get some adoration. Mash destroys his test as well as his wand. The third is the classic bully scene where Mash decides to slam them into the ground and knee the vice principal in the face when they come to defend the bully instead of defending justice. Rather formulaic approaches to the episodes, and that comes with some good and some bad. The bad being, well, there isn't much complexity there, and the formulaic approach can feel repetitive, as we can see exactly where the episode is going before we get there. On the other hand, this is also what makes it easy to recommend, as it's just an enjoyable time. You get magic, you get comedy, and leave with a smile. Each episode deepens the dynamic between characters, Episode 1, that's getting Brad on your side. 2 is introducing Lemon, who now wants to be Mash's wife, setting her archetype up for the rest of the season, as well as the headmaster that will allow Mash to get into trouble without jeopardizing the show. And episode 3 is where the roommate turns from roommate to a friend, as we are introduced to our first student bully. Although formulaic, the episodes don't feel like filler as they slowly move the plot forward, foregoing putting the conflict in the middle of the episode and instead giving us scenarios where we see the characters interact and develop that chemistry between them. I give Mashle Magic a diamond rating as it is a must watch for the season. It does lack in producing immediate side characters we enjoy or want to see more of from the beginning, as well as fleshing out the world to build our interest, relying on the thought of a magical society to keep us interested, as we see any lore dump is met by Mash's brain overloading. This is balanced out with the comedic bits that are usually funny, although they too can be formulaic, as it revolves around characters reacting to Mash being so out of the norm, or Mash being unfazed and oblivious by the world around him. Mash himself is easy to root for, since he kicks ass first and asks no questions later type of character, and his motives in all things are pure. The story is intriguing as we can't wait to see how Mash will overcome magical issues with muscle. Usually a story would have a character getting stronger in that area, but here we have a total different power that it's hard to fathom how he'll get through magic classes with his muscles. It's hard not to see the inspiration from things like Harry Potter when we have a broom class that looks the exact same, even the headmaster looks similar, but that doesn't mean it's a clone by any means, as this relies on a lot more of the comedic moments to draw the viewer in. The animation is nice and fluid while also being unique. They would grab your attention even at a passing glance. Combine that with some cool animated moments and that caps off a must watch. Also, episode 3 ends with their variation of Quidditch, and if that doesn't get you pumped for episode 4, I don't know what will. Let me know if you're watching Mash and his journey or anything else anime in the comments below. Like if you liked the video, dislike if you didn't, and subscribe for anything gaming and the anime. This has been Anime Disrobed, and Mashle Magic and Muscles through a 3-episode review has officially been disrobed.